I'm not true to being pop punk, or that I, like emo pop.
Okay, here's what we're not going to do in this community, and that's criticize people for how they choose to present themselves. For context, she's talking about a video she was tagged in where some pop punk gatekeeper, whatever the fuck that is, criticizes her because she didn't look that way a couple years ago. It doesn't matter if you're the most preppy, most decked out Abercrombie and Fitch motherfucker who walks into a venue, as long as you're respectful to those around you who decide to present the way they want to present, you're cool. In addition to that, it doesn't matter where your sex, gender, race, religion is, as long as you are respectful to those around you and allowing people to be who they want to be. Because the reality is that this community hasn't exactly always been the most welcoming to people who are LGBTQIA, a woman, or if you're black, or really if you're just not white.
But the preppy people who look like her used to make fun of people who look like me.
Fine, to hell with those people. Hopefully they're better people now. Your problem should be with the people who attacked you, not what they decided to wear. Punk doesn't have a uniform. Punk, pop punk, emo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is about allowing people to be their most authentic self, however that is, so long as it's not hurting anybody else. And guess what? People change over time. Their aesthetic is going to change over time. It doesn't make them any less punk as long as they value allowing people to be themselves. I don't have any piercings or tattoos, nor do I want any. Am I any less pop punk? No, of course not. Get the hell out of here with that. I like me.
But what about grifters?
Look, I haven't seen the video that she was tagged in, but from what I can gather, she was accused by the content creator of being a grifter because her aesthetic has changed to the more alternative one over the last couple of years, and in those last couple of years, she's gained a rather substantial following. Look, here's the thing about grifters. They never stand the test of time. Look, grifters are going to grift, and once one thing has dried up, they're just going to move on to the next thing. The best way you can tell who's a grifter or not is the test of time. The reality is that she's a conventionally attractive woman who has a large following posting about pop punk stuff. If I had the same following she did, looking the way I do, freaking nobody would be calling me a grifter. Just something to think about. And if you've been watching this video up to this point, first of all, thank you. And I want to go back and post my happy-go-lucky stuff. I had a whole freaking skit planned out and all that stuff, but this stuff really irritates me. We gotta stop gatekeeping. It doesn't matter who someone is as long as they're not hurting anyone else. That is what we gatekeep. If you come across a content creator who you find annoying, you can't tell if they're grifting or not, the block button exists. Just be kind to each other and create space for people to be their most authentic self. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go pretend to be a nerd. I'm kidding, there's no pretending here. I love you all. Mwah, toodles.